What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, the Lost Reacts, and today I got another one for y'all, another video, right? So today we got Greeny kicks up his feet and enjoys a fiery Lamar Jackson debate, right? So this is from Get Up on ESPN. All right, cool, right? So I'm guessing he's discussing Lamar Jackson, is he under pressure type of thing. This is the question everybody's asking. Um, we didn't know, I'm a Ravens fan. You know, you're gonna get my opinion on this, how I feel about it. Um, I do feel like he's under pressure because everybody's put that narrative out. So yeah, he of course he's gonna have to win this game, definitely. So before I start the video, if you haven't already, make sure you comment, like, and subscribe to the video. Turn on the post notification bell every time I drop a video. Follow my Instagram and Twitter. Both of those links will be in the description down below. The link to the video will be in the description box as well. Right, so without further ado, let's hop right into it.
Lamar Jackson's
Right.
total QBR in the playoffs is tied with Andy Dalton for the lowest in the league by any quarterback with at least 2 playoff starts. And when you consider all the success he's had in the regular season, I think that the narrative here feels to many people as though there's enormous pressure on Lamar Jackson.
All right, let's see who's talking crazy about Lamar.
Do you think there is? You know what? I think there's enormous pressure, but let me say this. Early on in the season, I talked about liking Kyler Murray a little more than Lamar Jackson, and all of a sudden I became this Lamar Jackson hater.
Right.
But I love Lamar Jackson. I think Lamar Jackson is a great player, and I thought he said something that was very important this week. He talked about not winning playoff games. He talked about some of the great players. I didn't mention them, or saying great players haven't won playoff games as well. Here is how I heard that. I was the 5th quarterback drafted in my class. I was the last pick of the first round.
That's
Baker
fact.
Mayfield has never won a playoff game.
True.
Hasn't been to one until this week. Sam Darnold's never been to one. Josh Allen's never won a playoff game, and Josh Rosen was on the practice squad. None of those guys have reached the heights that I have individually, which is winning a regular season MVP. Yet, I'm the only one.
That's true. The quarterbacks that Lamar the quarterback that Lamar did get drafted with, Mayfield and Darnold and Rosen and Josh Allen, you feel me? Alright, so none of those quarterbacks ever went to the playoffs until Mayfield and Josh Allen did it, last week. You feel me? None of those quarterbacks ever won an MVP. Lamar has. He's won an MVP, and he's been to the playoffs despite winning a playoff game. You feel me? Not many quarterbacks that early in the career get to that level of success as Lamar has. And the analysts will push that narrative, despite being the last quarterback taken. Why aren't you talking about Mayfield, who was the first quarterback taken from that draft? It's crazy, because usually with first quarterbacks who get drafted first, you put more expectations on them compared to the 5th quarterback taken. It's interesting.
That is judged by playoff wins. That's a tribute to his greatness. That's a tribute to his uniqueness.
Yeah, Lamar's great.
To his success.
Absolutely.
And of all of those guys, the only
So why y'all hate on him?
Make sure that every playoff game is a referendum on who he is as a quarterback is Lamar Jackson. What that tells us is the way that he's played, the way that he's carried himself, the things that he has done are absolutely phenomenal. And does Lamar Jackson need to win this playoff game? Absolutely. But does that mean that he is not a great quarterback and one of the future stars of this league that will carry the shield? Absolutely not.
Thank you.
Lamar Jackson needs to win just because the Ravens could get an opportunity to win the Super Bowl, but not because he hasn't proved anything.
Thank you.
I happen to totally agree with you, and I was going to make my Peyton Manning comparison, but now I see the look on Bart Scott's face, and I need to hear what Bart has in mind. Go, Bart.
I mean, I couldn't disagree with you more, Ryan Clark. You know I love you like a play cousin. But I tell you what, when you talk about Lamar Jackson and why he's held to a higher standard, he's held to a higher standard because guess what? He was the last of those quarterbacks picked. Why was he one of the last of those quarterbacks picked? When that happens, that means you go to a better football team. You go to a football team that was ready to win right now. This is a team that has weapons all around, and this is a team that has one of the best defensive personnel in the...
No. I don't know what this man's talking about. Alright, check it out. Listen. When the Ravens drafted Lamar Jackson, they were not in a good situation. They were still stuck with Joe Flacco. Right? Before they drafted Lamar Jackson, I think Ravens had 3 straight seasons of not making the playoffs. I think they made it 8-8, 9-7 type of thing, not making the playoffs. You feel me? So the Ravens drafted down in the draft so they can take Lamar Jackson because they knew everybody else wasn't going to. You feel me? The Ravens played it smart. Right, so off bat, I don't know what this dude's talking about. This dude's talking about a bunch of foolishness. All right.
The division. This is an organization that is accustomed to a rookie quarterback carrying their team deep into the playoffs. When you think about Joe Flacco, you think about what.
All right. And another point too. Despite having, I guess, good defenses, the Ravens' offense at that time was not good. You know, they did give Flacco those pieces to elevate, but it just never panned out. So they knew that, you know, Joe Flacco wasn't a long-term option. So they had to draft a quarterback. You feel me? So,
was able to do.
Okay.
He inherited that type of team. He's come up small in the big moments, not big in the small moments. You know what I mean? So he has to show that he can be a leader and that he can be a PT player, a primetime player. That's what he's failed to do. This is huge for him to be able to get paid. He's trying to get paid like Mahomes. He has the same resume as Mahomes. He just doesn't have the playoff wins. Lamar Jackson has to do his part. If not, then you can't give him that extension. You have to hold off on extension and say, hey, until you prove that you can win a big game.
Hold up. No, we're not doing that. Nah, fuck that shit. Listen, Lamar has proven he's won big games. You can go back to his rookie year. Come on now. There's a few games in his rookie year that he's won. I think a game against the Chargers in LA, he's won. You know, I remember a couple years ago, the last week of the season against the Browns, that was a big game during the division. He won that game. Right, you feel me? Go back to last year when he won MVP. He's won big games. The Patriots, when he was undefeated. The 49ers, who went to the Super Bowl that year. The Bills, who were good. Who else? The Seahawks. You feel me? You can't tell me Lamar can't win big games. You know, it's like when Lamar loses a big game because of the team, oh, he can't win the big games. You feel me? Like, it doesn't make sense. It's just crazy.
Cheese on your taco, baby.
I loved every word of that. Go ahead, RC.
Mark, you act like they picked him 32nd because that was their first pick, and y'all had just won the Super Bowl. You know y'all ain't won the Super Bowl in forever. Don't act like it was the 32nd.
Bro, it's crazy, yo.
Because they were the best team in football, Mark.
They were not the best team in football. Thank you.
That team was terrible.
Thank you.
Joe Flacco gets hurt and you insert Lamar, they were nothing.
Thank you, bro. And people discredit Lamar. You feel me? When the Ravens decided a couple years ago that Joe Flacco wasn't it, they obviously benched him and put Lamar in. And look where that's taken them. The Ravens have not missed the playoffs ever since Lamar became the Ravens quarterback, bro. Y'all analysts be crazy, bro.
Don't act like he took over the New England Patriots like Tom Brady did in his first outing. That wasn't the team he was playing for. This team is good because of Lamar Jackson. This team got to the point that they got to because of Lamar Jackson. Ozzie Newsome had a tear in his eye because he understood the trade he made with the Philadelphia Eagles to get the 32nd pick again.
Thank you.
The one that he needed to get to that position he was in.
Thank you.
Flacco couldn't get him there. It didn't matter who was on the team. And so
they knew Flacco wasn't it. The Ravens knew they had an idea. They had a plan. They knew Flacco wasn't their long-term solution. They knew he wasn't it. So what did they do? You know, they knew everybody wasn't going to take Lamar Jackson. So, you know, I think that the Ravens had another first-round pick. I think they took Hurst, right? So they knew everybody wasn't going to take Lamar Jackson. So they played it smart. You know, they did a little trade with the Eagles, who had that spot because the Eagles did win the Super Bowl that year, right? So, you know, it was like, you know, let's make a little trade, you know what I'm saying? We take the 32 spot and we'll give you some other picks. I don't know if a play was included or not. I don't care. But, you know, they was like, you know, we want that 32 spot, you know? So we were going to do a little trade, you know, swap picks or whatnot, you feel me? And they took Lamar Jackson because they knew Joe Flacco was not their long-term solution. He wasn't it. He wasn't what he once was when he won that Super Bowl some time back in 2012, right? So the Ravens are good because of Lamar Jackson, bro. If the Ravens still had Joe Flacco, bro, they will be, I don't even fucking know, 8-8 at best, probably like 6-10, bro. Without Lamar, bro, these niggas will have at least 4 wins, bro. It's crazy how these analysts try to push that narrative that Lamar can't win big games or he's not. I just don't know.
No, what in the Benedict Arnold did you drink this morning? Who are you? Who are you?
I mean, look at this dude, bro.
You know who you are. drafted in 18 with them. None of them have a playoff game, a playoff win. We don't talk about it. Sam Darnold ain't been there. We don't talk about it. This is Baker Mayfield's first time. We don't talk about it. Josh Rosen was on the practice squad.
Bro, Josh Rosen, bro, this man's on a practice squad. Within 2 years, bro, he's on our practice squad team, bro. Imagine, yo. Come on now.
But that's the point. All of these people. You lucky Allie saying let Kimberly get in, and I love Kimberly. Boy, let me get Kimberly in. Put the pads on right now.
Kimberly, I'll tell you what this sounds like.
Let's do it. Bang, bang. Oklahoma.
This sounds like the pregame pep talk that Bart Scott would be giving Lamar Jackson.
Bro, I don't know what this man was smoking before he got on the show, bro.
For all we know.
He better be
That's what it sounds
Trump.
like to me.
Listen,
He been
this
losing
is
Trump.
playoff TV right here. This is playoff TV, right? We're ready. We're ready. All right. What do you want from me, Greeny? What can I add to this combo?
Kimberly, how do you see
I don't know
the pressure
how
of
much he
Lamar
was
Jackson
smoking
this weekend?
before he got on the show.
Rocking, man.
It's like he knew what he was going to say, bro. And this is like he thought in his head, you know, what he was going to say was going to make some sense. It doesn't. I just don't know.
You know, all the doubters. And he said, I don't care what people think. That's not true. He does. And he does try to shut people up with his play. But so far, he has been great in the regular season. But I was at that Titans playoff game last year. I saw a Ravens team that did not look like the Ravens who were running over everybody all season long. So while even if Lamar loses this weekend, we will go into 2021 saying, well, the Ravens are still good. They're still one of the top AFC teams. Lamar Jackson is one of the best quarterbacks in the league. But the narrative of him not being able to win on the big stage will still be there. And this is how he erased.
He's won on the big stage. Like, we see him do it in the regular season. I understand he hasn't done the playoffs, right? We can go back last year. I remember, you know, even though they lost that playoff game, he had over 500 total yards by himself. And then, I don't know. It's like the man had 500 yards total by himself, despite losing. I just don't know. And then people say he can't perform on the big stage. I understand he had a few hiccups, you know, and we'll call him out for that, you know. But you can't you know, erase all the other big games he had that he has won. That's what the media doesn't want to mention, you know. And then we peep that.
This narrative. He's still a great player, and he's a victim of being so good because, as Ryan said, all those other QBs that were drafted ahead of him,
Yeah.
you haven't really seen them get as far as Lamar, right?
Right.
But Lamar has to take it to another level because of how
Lost
good
to the
he is and
Chargers.
we expect.
Ryan,
No, he
open your
doesn't.
eyeballs. You hear me
Lamar
talking.
doesn't have to take it to another level. You feel me? All right. Yeah, that's the end of the video. Yeah, this was a bunch of nonsense. All right. Ryan Clark, he made some good points. I agree with what he was saying. The other two, they on some other type of stuff. All right. Yeah. These analysts will really push a narrative, bro. All right. So that's the end of this video. You know, if you haven't already, make sure you comment, like, and subscribe. I'm gonna drop this crazy video and the link in the description down below if y'all wanna go watch it. You feel me? I'm gonna have my Twitter and Instagram down below as well. It's just wild. Yeah, make sure you turn on that post notification bell every time I drop a video. Alright, so without further ado, you know, I'm out.